Today's Gen Zs want to achieve everything, and most of the businesses, if you have noticed it, and you would have seen this, is people give up or change ideas. They do something within 6 months or 7 months. When they don't do the things don't move in the right direction, they try something else. Risk of the businesses is increasing day by day, especially with AI coming in today.
Hello everyone and welcome to CyberTalks. I'm your host Shabri. Today we're joined by a visionary entrepreneur who has built businesses across borders and industries, from his roots in Mangalore to establishing successful ventures in Australia and launching CyberSapiens on a global stage. His journey has been one of resilience, growth and innovation. Leading teams across Australia, Canada, the USA and India, he continues to help organizations navigate cybersecurity and compliance challenges. So today we're joined by the man himself. Please welcome Claude Pinto.
Hi Shabri.
Hi Claude, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks a lot for joining us today. So let's begin with the main question. How did you start this journey? How did you begin this journey? Tell us about your experience.
Shabri, it's a long journey. So I migrated to Australia around 22 years back, and I always had love for India and coming back to my hometown and starting something on my own. And I thought CyberSapiens was cybersecurity was it was an upcoming thing. I thought I should invest and grow the business and also give employment to the region.
That's amazing. So curious to know, you started out as a mechanical engineer and right now you're currently running multiple businesses. So how exactly did this work out for you and when did entrepreneurship enter the picture for you?
Yeah, I started my first business when I was 21.
Yeah.
I opened a computer business because that's in the 90s. And from there, we were one of the first computer businesses in Mangalore. And we grew to a significant, and we're at the top, I think, by the time I was 25, we are probably the number one computer business in Mangalore. And the only thing is, we are looking at opportunities to migrate overseas, and we got an opportunity to go to Australia. So we went to Australia, then I worked for one and a half year. But being a loving business, I started my first business within 1.5 years after going to Australia. So as I worked in telecommunications in Australia, I went into telecommunications, but always I wanted to go into cybersecurity, ERP type of business. So when I came across CyberSapiens around 4 years back, I thought of investing into the business and I wanted to grow it and move it to the next level.
That's amazing. That's really inspiring.
During COVID, I was just looking at where the markets are going, and I was looking at opportunity because I realized cybersecurity is going to be a big gap in the market. So I was looking around. So just after COVID, when I came to India, I came across I met Robin and CyberSapiens. And I looked at it and I thought it might be an opportunity to invest in the business. And I also wanted to have a business in Mangalore because being my hometown, wanted to give the employment benefits to a lot of people and also grow this to the next, grow the brand to the international levels.
That's amazing that you're representing your roots in such international platform. So since you mentioned like this was happening during COVID and all of that, I would also like to know, and I'm sure like the viewers would also like to know, what was the biggest struggle that nobody saw from the outside when you picked up this investment?
Shabri, the thing about business, even when you start getting involved in a business, is first is people accepting you as a owner of the business. Building yourself, getting the trust from all the staff. Also when you transition a business from a small to a medium business, there are a lot of challenges with the way we approach things. So there was a lot, and especially me being over like in Australia for probably 20 years, the way things operate in India to where things operate in Australia are totally different. So just even adopting myself to that, and even the staff adopting to the way I operate was a big challenge.
Okay, that's just really interesting to know that you've faced all these obstacles and you've stepped forward.
Yeah.
So looking back now, what was that one decision that completely changed the trajectory of CyberSapiens?
I think just changing the way the business operated from being a business which only operating in India, only working in a specific market, opening it up to the international markets, especially opening an office in Australia, Canada, US, and just building ourselves to an international brand where today we are recognized. If you do any optimization SEO, today we are one of the leading cybersecurity companies.
So have you ever questioned whether it would work out or how the market would react to this decision?
Of course, we always question ourselves, because if you don't question ourselves, that way we will not improve. So definitely, Shabri, I would be looking at questioning myself every time. And also, if you look at it, we come across a lot of obstacles, especially when you're operating a business from such far away. You come across a lot of challenges, but I think so. Getting the right staff, getting the right people, setting the proper roles and what they need to achieve. I think that's the way we get our success. And we have built a really good team at the moment. I'm really proud of them, and I think there's much more for us to achieve.
And speaking of you managing a lot of different teams remotely, has that been a major challenge to get everyone on the same page?
Absolutely. Initially, it's a challenge, especially for the staff, to adopt to the person managing remotely. Definitely, it's a challenge. But once we build the momentum and once we build the trust and responsibility, I think things start more. There's a flow-on effect through different staff. Like it just goes on.
Amazing. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So in the age of AI, there has been a lot of shifts, especially in the cybersecurity industry. So what changes have you implemented, or what have you applied to stay ahead in this changing dynamic environment?
Shabri, that's a very good question, because even for us, it's a huge challenge, because we don't know what's going to change with AI coming. So especially with the pace of way things are transitioning in businesses today. If you look at it before, like we could build something which we would be there for the next 1 or 2 years, but today we have to transition and adopt and change things in month-to-month basis. So it's a huge challenge, Shabri, and especially with AI, bots, automations. So we are going more into automations, building more of, seeing whether we introduce AI into what we do, so we can increase our pace in which we operate, use a lot of AI tools, training staff, making staff all adopting to the new technologies.
So do you believe that AI and cybersecurity needs to walk hand in hand in future in order to progress?
Absolutely, that's going to be the thing. If we don't adopt to AI, we'll be dead. The company won't last. So, definitely adopting to AI it's absolutely necessary.
That is very true. Since you're always hiring people, giving opportunities to new talents, would really want to know what's your honest opinion when it comes to Gen Z in terms of their discipline and work ethics?
Today's Gen Zs want to achieve everything in a very easy way. I don't think that's the issue with them, is they think. But and the way you deal with the Gen Z is very different to the earlier generations where we dealt with. So you've got to be more understanding, having more empathy to them, listen to them, try to build their trust, because once they build their trust and once they learn that, okay, I like to work for a person, then they'll be 100%. But just to build that, it takes a long time. And especially their concentration levels at the moment is really low, as everybody knows. So today it's an Insta reel of 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and that's where they concentrate. So tomorrow, if you put something big, or they will not even go through it, or they will not. So you just got to make them interested in something, you've got to build the trust, interest. That's the most important part.
That is some really good advice to any Gen Z watching this podcast and they're trying to break into the cybersecurity industry. So thanks for that insight. So also wanted to know, since you manage a very diverse set of audiences, looking at different profiles, how do you connect with them?
Shabri, that's very interesting thing, because when you're into training, we are dealing with individuals. But when we are doing into compliance part, we are dealing with a lot of compliance or VAPT or any of the other services. We are dealing with businesses. So we are looking at different audiences and different spaces. Like for training, Meta, like doing a lot of ads, campaigns, promotions, building a brand image. But especially the brand image is really important, because tomorrow building a good brand which is trusted in the market is the most important part, because tomorrow people can come to you, but if they don't trust the company they're dealing with, that's where we lose out.
That's true. So would you say the social media has a very important role to play in connecting with the audience?
Absolutely, Shabri, because without social media today, in today's world, if you're not in socials, then basically nobody would know about the brand. Because today, earlier days, you would have BDM, so you had people outbound sales, so but today you can just go on the socials and build your brand, and also the reputation, like Google reviews, getting different feedbacks, they're really important, because that builds up credibility. Because today people don't go talking to people, they check on the credibility of the brand online.
That's true. That is very true. Social media does have a very important role to play in this. So if a 21-year-old comes to you and tells you that he or she would want to be a very successful entrepreneur or a businessman, what's the first reality check you give them?
Yeah, Shabri, first of all, it's consistency, because no business succeeds immediately, and you always come across things where you go down, where you lose, you actually think that you're going to fail, but you just got to keep pushing. So most of the businesses, if you have noticed it, and you would have seen this, is people give up or change ideas. They do something within 6 months or 7 months. When they don't do things don't move in the right direction, they try something else. So by the time they try another 6 months, they try something else. So basically, if the same person had put that effort for 18 to 24 months on the same thing, he would succeed. So that's really important. You just got to keep pushing, whether it's failures or success. And always with every success, there will be failures.
Yes, that is a really good advice.
Yeah.
So since you've been working for cybersecurity, and it's been quite some time since you've been in this specific domain, so what are your insights, or what are some of the things you've gathered about this industry and the shifts that happens?
Shabri, the risk of the businesses is increasing day by day, especially with AI coming in today. It's basically you can multiply it by 10x or 20x. You can multiply the risk, because pretty much anybody, a hacker, can target not one. He can use AI bots to target businesses. So compliance is going to be a very important part, because today, if your data and everything is online today, everything is on the net. So tomorrow, if that's not looked at, businesses are going, and the business disruptions due to cybersecurity is huge. It can actually shut down any business. Basically, it can shut down. It's huge financial losses, huge liability. Even if you look at it as a huge liability, and even basically government regulations. There are a lot of government regulations today, which will make companies liable or people liable if there's a data breach.
That's really interesting to know. Also, I'm very curious to know, because you are handling business, you provide compliance not just in one country, but you provide it to Australia, Canada, USA, while also providing training service in India. And that's quite a lot, especially in the cybersecurity industry altogether. So how exactly do you manage all of this? Multiple global companies?
Yeah, we even Actually, Shabri, it's just we have got locations for offices based in those countries, but we actually provide compliance even to European markets, even to South American markets. So we even the Gulf region, we provide compliance or cybersecurity solutions to all these regions. So it's just not that region. But what we have done is we have kept resources in different time zones, and we work with the local time zones. So definitely we have got the right resources working and make sure the businesses or customers are looked after, and also we give the personal touch, which I feel is really important, because you can deal with a company, but in dealing with a person who actually has empathy and understands the company or the customer they're working for, that's the most important part.
Exactly. That is completely true. This was a very insightful conversation. So thank you so much for joining us today, Claude. It was very, very interesting listening to your point of view and your insights about your work and all the advices that you had for future generation who would like to join this.